What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, guys? It's your boy Tay, and today we're going to talk about the 5 most expensive items ever sold on eBay. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Dante. Welcome. It is Prison to Profit. I like making money on eBay. I like talking about anything dealing with money, profits, and more of those profits, because that's my style. Did a little bit of time in prison. Prison sucks. Don't go. It really does suck. I promise you it sucks. So if you're doing anything that can get you to prison, stop. It sucks. You don't want to go. I'm telling you. Like, I tried it for you. I mean, I did it so you don't have to. So don't go to prison. But anyways, now I'm home. I'm an eBay reseller. I teach everybody, like, if I can come home, make some money, you can too. If I can be a reseller, you can too. If I can find a little bit of hustle, you can too. And it's not even all about reselling. Like, there's something in you that you can go do to make a lot of money. Like, you're probably a carpenter or something, and you probably have those skills, but you're working at Burger King, when you can go out there and be a freelancer and make as much money as you're making at Burger King as a freelancer doing carpentry work, or a woodworker, which is probably the same thing. Or maybe even, who knows, a person who washes cars. Who knows? There's so many different skill sets that people have within them that can make them money. Like, there's people who can be painters, go paint somebody's house. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about all that today. What I'm here to talk about is the 5 most expensive items that ever got sold on eBay. I'm an eBay seller, and I like doing research on the things that I sell on. And, you know, I found out a lot of information about eBay over the last few days, and I just wanted to share it with you because why not? Maybe somebody's interested in stuff like this, and maybe you can find one of these items. And if you run across it, you know it's going to be worth bukus of dollars. Bukus, because we're talking about these are the most 5 expensive items on eBay. I did do a video where this dude, he actually put his life on sale on eBay, which is completely crazy. You guys can go check that video out if you would like to. But right here, we're going to talk about the 5 most expensive items that ever got sold on eBay. And I did get this information from therichest.com. Didn't see any videos. I literally just saw something that I had to read. And if you want to read it as well, I will leave that link in the description box for you below, so you can go check it out. And you can actually go check out all 10 of the top items that got sold. I only wanted to talk about the 5 because, you know, 5 is a good number. And I already gave you a bonus one when I talked about the dude who put his life up for sale on eBay. So without further ado, let's talk about the 5 items that got sold on eBay. So the 5th item is going to be a house that got sold. It is a house with a war bunker, though. So this house with a war-proof bunker, it sold for $2.1 million. But there's a kicker. This house actually cost $18 million to build. So these dudes, I think they were realtors, Gregory and Bruce. They ended up buying this land and then building this bunker because 9/11 had just happened, and you know how people always try to capitalize on events when it happens. Just like, you know, when George Floyd lost his life, people made these George Floyd shirts for personal gain. You know, anytime something goes on, like the war in Ukraine, you have a lot of people out there doing, oh, we love the war in Ukraine, but most of that profit is going to them instead of actual people of Ukraine. But anyways, you know how that goes. So these people, they thought they was about to make a lot of money because 9/11 had just happened, and they thought that rich and wealthy families would want to buy a place like this because, you know, people scared. 9/11 happened, war happens, you know, we need a place to hide. So we're going to spend our money on this bunker. They spent $18 million, and when they put it up on eBay, it only sold for $2.1 million. So somebody got them a wonderful discount, or maybe they got them an investment, but it doesn't go any further than that. So it just blows my mind that, you know, they spent that's a bad investment. To me, it's a bad investment. You put $18 million and then you only made 2. That's a $16 million difference. I mean, and also from what I know, you probably claim that loss on your taxes and probably get a tax break because I don't know, maybe that's, you know how that works. But anyways, that's crazy. That's crazy. $2.1 million for a war bunker. That was item number 5. Number 4 on this list, this is actually a whole entire town. The town of Albert, Texas was sold for $2.5 million. $2.5 million. But this was a good investment because the dude named Bobby Cave, he scooped the town for only $216,000. So he actually purchased this town for $216,000, flipped it on eBay, and it sold for $2.5 million. That is a 1 point something dollar million profit. That is, first of all, how can I buy a town like this? Is it just like, are you buying all the land that consists of the town, or do you actually buy like all the land, the buildings, everything that consists within that town? But this town only has a population of 5 people. I mean, why would you buy that's like buying a very expensive house. 5 people live in that town. Only 5 people. Like, the economy can't be that great. You know what I'm saying? Like, they only need gas probably once a week. They probably all walk to work. Like, 5 people in the town. But it sold for a whopping $2.5 million. So shout out to Bobby Cove. I need you to hit me up, dog. I need to figure out how I can go buy me a town for about $20, $30. That's all I got. I got about $20 and I'm trying to flip it for about 10 mil. So hit me up, Bobby Cove, and let me know. So it is saying that with the population of 5, which we already talked about, Albert is known for its history. So I guess that's why it sold for 2.5 mil. But why did the other dude only get it for 216,000? Probably because when he purchased it, it was years earlier, and we know things 10 years ago was way cheaper, including gas. I've never seen $4 in gas before in my life. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, he bought it because he wanted to preserve the history and all that other good stuff and generate visitors by building a tavern where the general store had once been, along with other renovations. So they're pretty much going to hook the town up. It looks like right now, by the picture that we can see, it looks kind of, just looks kind of tacky. I feel like we could have did a little bit better, but it's a town. I don't know what else to say. But for number 3 on the list, $2.6 million, you could have had lunch with Warren Buffett. And if you don't know who Warren Buffett is, you've been sleeping under a rock. You've been sleeping under your bed. You've been in your closet. You've been hiding. You are in one of those schools that don't teach you nothing. I don't know. Warren Buffett was it still is one of the richest people in the world, but he was the richest at the back in time. Him and the other guy used to go back and forth all the time, but now there's like so many other billionaires in the world. Like, we can't even keep track anymore because they all bounce back and forth. But anyways, so Warren Buffett lunch, $2.6 million, was the 3rd most expensive item that we're talking about. The main reason that he did have this lunch was because every year Buffett hosts a lunch that raises money for San Francisco church, whose mission is to feed the hungry. It's usually one of the most expensive items on eBay, but in 2010, it sold for even more than usual when an anonymous bidder paid $2.6 million. So his lunches are usually one of the most expensive items on eBay, period. But this year, it blew him out the water, and that was in 2010. Never did somebody pay $2 million to have lunch with Warren Buffett, but somebody must have really, really wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was Mr. Beast. I think it was Mr. Beast. I don't know. I was locked up in 2010. You tell me who it was. I don't know. I was locked up and they wouldn't let me out. Oh, they won't let me out. The number 2 item is going to be a Gulfstream 2, which is a jet. I mean, we ain't gonna sit here and talk about a jet. It's just literally a jet. But it sold for $4.9 million. Wow, so maybe it is more than a jet. Maybe this jet can feed you and it can transport itself, and maybe it can refuel itself too for $4.9 million. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess because I don't have $4.9 million, I just can't see me spending $4.9 million on a jet when I can just go fly anytime I want to, right? But I guess if you're a billionaire, you can afford to do stuff like that. I mean, I'm still trying to get me a meal at McDonald's every day. You know what I'm saying? I can't even afford that. You know what I'm saying? So in 2001, Tyler Jet, a business plane vendor, they put one of its Gulfstream 2 airplanes up for auction on eBay. The private jet seats 12 and was featured on eBay's then new aviation section. So, okay, eBay has an aviation section, which I'm an eBay seller and I didn't even know about. They have a whole aviation section. I just hit sell similar. But anyways, an African company won the jet with a $4.9 million bid on the Gulfstream and became not only the most expensive sell on eBay, but also the highest sale to ever be made over the internet. Wow. So that's interesting. So this was the first item. That's interesting. That's very interesting. It sounds crazy, don't you think? $4.9 million at that time, and this was in 2001. So maybe I can see that $4.9 million over the internet being the most expensive sale. But since then, definitely not. We have transactions that gets done daily over the internet, even in the stock market. So it's not anymore. But at the time, that's interesting. And then the number one item, the number one item that's sold on eBay is a Giga Yacht. And all the other items have been selling for 4 point something mil, 2 point something mil. They've all had their little something point something mils. But this item sold for a whopping $168 million. It's a yacht. What do you expect? It's not a regular yacht. It's a Giga Yacht. Giga Yacht. Gigana Yacht. It's a big old yacht. It's literally 4 houses on water. That's what it is. But the most expensive item ever to be sold on eBay to date is a Frank Mugler. I'm probably slaughtering everybody's name, but he designed the Giga Yacht, which auctioned off for an incredible $168 million in 2006. The yacht was purchased by a Russian who rose to fame and riches by owning the investment company Millhouse LLC and the Chelsea Football Club. Oh, okay. So the owner of the Chelsea Football Club. He bought a $168 million yacht. I think he's almost a billionaire too. So yeah, he can do that. That's crazy. That's so crazy. But this yacht has 2 VIP suites, a children's cabin, whatever that means, guest cabins, and it has S on it. Guest cabins. It has a gym, a movie theater, a spa, elevator, helicopter pad, and so much more. We're not sure why the yacht's manufacturers chose to sell it on eBay, but because of the decision, his bid made history. The Russian guy's bid. I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't know. I'm mad at Russia right now. Although it's not everybody in Russia's fault. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about that. One town sold that was in the top 5, and then the 6th most expensive item that sold on eBay was another town, and that's called the town of Bridgeville, California. That sold for $1.77 million, and it's pretty much a bunch of private land. It's an 83-acre town. It has 8 houses, a post office, a cafe, and only 30 residents. That has more people than the other town that sold for 2.5 mil. They only had 5 people. That's crazy. That's crazy. And this was in California and the other one was in Texas. Don't even get me started. Maybe the times that they bought it was completely different. So the family that owned the town is called the Lapel family. Originally, they purchased the town in 1973. Doesn't say how much they purchased the town for, but obviously if they purchased it in 1973, we already know that money, inflation, all that good stuff. So they really got to get value on it. But it sold for $1.77 million. And then the dude who bought the town for $1.77 million, his plan was to go ahead and just move there and just refurbish the town, I guess. But he was like, yeah, it's too much work for me, and he never did it. He ended up reselling the town for a loss. It's crazy. I get it though. I mean, I bought something before that I thought I was gonna be able to invest in, and I ended up selling it for a loss too. So I can definitely get that. And those are the top 5, even though I threw in that number top 6 item in there. But those are 5 items that sold on eBay, the most expensive ever of all time. No debate. And again, if you want to do some fact checks and follow up on me, link will be in the description box below. You can go check it out. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for being with me watching this video. And make sure that you bless somebody today, because I promise you I'm going to bless somebody tomorrow. At this point in time, your boy Tay, I'm out.